This is North Texas Weather Center with your latest 3-minute forecast and temperatures out there this morning. A lot of us are starting out in the low 40s, 45 in Wichita Falls, 40 in Dallas, but today will be fairly similar to yesterday, and it'll be very similar to what we see tomorrow in terms of temperatures. By lunchtime today, all of us should get into the low 60s. Eventually, by about 3 o'clock this afternoon, a lot of us will get into the mid to upper 60s, some low to mid 70s back off to the west, closer to areas like Wichita Falls and Childress. And as you've probably heard by now, there is a risk for severe weather heading into Wednesday night. This is for the threat for damaging winds and large hail. I think those will be the main threats. We might see an isolated tornado, but it's a fairly low-end risk at this point. You can see all of DFW and all of eastern and northeastern Texas are included in a slight risk, a marginal risk, does include Wichita Falls and areas south of the slight risk area. All right, let's look at the dew points. Now, this isn't a huge deal as of right now, but the dew points this morning were actually fairly dry today. However, the wind will start to come out of the south. A high pressure system is actually going to be moving down to the south. It's right now right about here. It's going to be moving down to the south throughout the day today. This will give us a southerly wind throughout the afternoon. That will bring more moisture out of the Gulf of Mexico to be able to fuel some thunderstorms for tomorrow. You can see dew points will get into the upper 50s or lower 60s all across DFW before these storms do start to develop and eventually push toward DFW. Looking at the future radar, so as I said before, we're not going to really see any storms up until at least about midnight. We might see a few afternoon showers, drizzle, that sort of thing. This will not be anything major. Can't rely on an isolated thunderstorm, but this will not be the biggest of the event. Eventually, by about 12, we'll start to see some showers and storms developing back out to our west, closer to areas like Wichita Falls, and as well as Abilene. This will begin to move east toward DFW. You can see by about 3 and 6 in the morning. Storms move through the Metroplex overnight, bringing us that threat for damaging winds and large hail. Can't rely on a tornado again. There might be a chance for some flurries or some light snow back out closer to areas like Childress and northwest to Wichita Falls. This area has been moving further to the north over the last few days, so we are not in concern for a wintry event again. Luckily, we are not. Let's take a look at your latest 6-day forecast, and you can see going to Wednesday, again, temperatures in the low 70s. Really, today and tomorrow will be fairly nice. Make sure you get outdoors before the storms do come. We'll have a big cool down going into Thursday. Highs will only be in the 40s, lows back into the 20s eventually by Saturday and Sunday of next week. Temperatures into the upper 50s and lower 60s here in the North Texas region, as well as not just that, but sunny conditions are forecasted. This forecast is brought to you by Platinum Contracting, Dallas Antenna, and THD Vehicle Doorstep. You can buy one in the description below.